Give me that information. So what's the company name?
The company is PSA. That's the company.
Yeah. But PSA said they were requesting you to request a report.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. In their email here, this was the steps to get reimbursed. I have to be honest about something. I never thought collecting Pokemon cards would lead me to filing a police report. Things have gone out of hand now. But a few months ago, one of my most expensive cards from my collection was stolen. A PSA 10 Charizard from the set 151. But this isn't my Charizard. I never got my Charizard. It was stolen in the mail through the FedEx shipping process. And I thought I was the only one that this had happened to, but after doing some research online, this is a pretty common thing for FedEx. And I kind of wanted to break down the process of what happens after you get your card stolen and how long does it actually take to get a check from PSA themselves with the refund amount, and how accurate is the refund amount with what the card was worth in the first place.
Well, here it is, but it looks a little sketch.
So just a quick overview of what had happened. This was the package arriving at the door. This was the condition the package itself was in. You could see it's obviously just been retaped over the poly wrapper bag, and I'm actually pretty surprised that FedEx delivered this in this condition.
Dad thinks that the people are knowing that there's a lot of collectibles coming here now, and they're going to start robbing us.
Which is a valid concern because, I mean, the collectible business is crazy now in value, and I feel like if any FedEx employee or any employee along that line of chain sees the PSA collector universe, whatever, on the package, they're gonna think something valuable is inside.
I don't think there's anything in here, Jacob. I think you got robbed.
And then this led to the whole process of, how do I get it back? Is that possible? Or how do I get what it's worth back? So I had reached out to FedEx and PSA right away after this. This is the delivery photo on the day of. If I enhance this and zoom in a bit, there's no image of a package. It's just, we missed you this day, with a stamp on the door. So I just don't understand what the process was behind this, because if they did show an image of the package in the delivery photo, you'd obviously see that the package was super retaped. Fortunately for me, PSA was responsive and they had a system. They talked to FedEx as well in the morning the next day, and FedEx had confirmed there was no missing items in that package, and PSA also looked at their security camera footage and saying that the card left the facility. So the next thing to do was just to follow the protocol that PSA has for reimbursement, which is PSA requires you to file a police report and provide us with a copy. And I was like, okay, this is great. This is going to be a lot more work than I thought it was to get my card back.
The online purchase, and then can I see the receipt of what you purchased?
Yeah. So I had already made the purchase of the card. All they do is grade it and authenticate it, and give it like a number 1 to 10, and that increases the value on it. So this is basically just me having to explain to the officer what had happened and trying to, I guess, educate him in a way of what grading is in the card system. So not the most fun thing to do, but an essential step in order to get the police report filed. But I can show you when I sent it to them.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So you had a Charizard Pokemon card, and you sent it to them to get it authenticated? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. With them doing the authentication, is that when the card hits $2,000?
Yeah, if it's graded like a 10, then the value goes up a lot.
Okay.
So since it was that, the value
so it
went
was
up.
graded at 10?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Apologies for the crappy AI rendering here. I just want to be able to illustrate the timeline of events that happened. Figured this might be an easy way. So just to start from the beginning, I had submitted on March 18th. May 18th is when it completes. Not too important. The package arrived on May 23rd, missing. I did not want to file a police report. I was really trying to go around the process because the county that I had the package delivered in, I have to go in person, and I did not want to take up resources of the community, but I ended up having to do that. And the police report was filed. They said it was going to be around a week or two for it to be done. It took 22 days. Police report was received. I had to get a form notarized, a statement of loss form, and submit that with the police report to PSA themselves. And after that, they said I would receive a DocuSign within 5 to 10 days. It took around 22 days to get the DocuSign. And then after the DocuSign, PSA had confirmed that the claim was processed and the check should arrive within 3 weeks. It only took around 4 or 5 days for the check to arrive. So I guess the big number here is around 73 days for me is what it took from the start of me discovering the card was missing to finally receiving a check for compensation for the card. So the actual value of the card that is compensated is based off of a few things. It's the submission type that you do when you submit the grading. So if I'm running through the PSA portal here and I am choosing a submission type, the maximum insurance value is the maximum amount you can receive for compensation on a card. And then it also takes into account the PSA estimate of the card itself. Right now, this card's estimated at 1,466. At the time, this card was closer to 2,000, so it had capped me out at 1,500. And then that's the check. I don't know if you were able to see this on the intro thing, but let's see. 1,500 here is how much the payout was on the check as well. They offered credit to PSA, but I just feel like a check is a better option. But yeah, that's how it works for the compensation. Hopefully you have not had something stolen through PSA, but if you're going through something similar, just made this video so you might be able to get some reassurance that there is a process in place to be compensated. It might just take a little bit of time. And I don't think that the people actually stealing the packages will be caught because the train of transportation that these packages go through goes through so many different hands. But I did have a detective call me twice, and she was very aware of what was going on with FedEx and was on a case. Feel free, if you have had something like this similar or just have something to say about this, say it in the comments. This is actually my first long form video, so I would really appreciate some support, maybe like a follow or subscribe, whatever feels right. But I did want to talk about some other cases that happened in this similar capacity, and there's a lot of stories on Reddit. I wanted to go through one or two. So Stat here had posted about $5,000 worth of cards being tampered with and stolen, almost in the same capacity that I had mine stolen, except he had 17 graded cards and I only had 1, so I think the weight difference between the 1 and 17 was a lot less substantial. I never had a replacement card put in place of the Charizard, but since he had 17 cards, it seems like to keep the package heavy, whoever was tampering with it put a bunch of low value cards in the package so it would still appear the correct weight, which is honestly so planned out and crazy. I just can't believe like things like this are happening. And he had a video as well going over some of this. After getting 5K stolen from a tampered FedEx package this week, I told the driver I needed to inspect the first one.
Can I take a look at it first?
So this is the second package getting delivered, honestly. I'd be a little paranoid too that it would happen again.
Yeah.
Or no? All right, because you got to sign.
Can I take a look at it first? If it's open or not?
Yeah, I don't have time.
All right, hey, wait. Hey, that's my package, man. That's my package.
Or you don't?
Yeah, I'll sign it.
All right, then you need a sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the attitude, man?
That I have to go. I need other deliveries to
My
do.
package got stolen this week. That's why I have to check.
Why do you think I bring it up for? You think I bring it up because I want it to get stolen?
Dude, what is your problem, man? Hey, go yourself.
So this is a hard situation because it's balancing two people's emotions on this case. This FedEx driver, the delivery he had right now, everything was in this package, but these drivers have a quota they have to meet for the day, and they're kind of in a rush. I think they both could have handled this a little bit better. At the end of the day, he got a second package, and it wasn't tampered with, but I understand him not knowing the person delivering it, but knowing the company itself, and it might be the same person again. So just pretty unfortunate. It seems like a lot of people have the same opinion about FedEx just not being a great company to be shipping out of PSA from. I honestly think PSA should be shipping out of USPS because they're monitored a lot. Like those post office workers, it's a federal crime, right, to steal mail, and they have cameras on all the workers compared to FedEx, which I think is a little more loose in their security if this keeps happening. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of opinions. FedEx workers are straight up stealing PSA submissions at an insane rate, and PSA and FedEx won't do a single thing. A lot of frustration, unfortunate. Glad the second package got delivered, and this is the list of the other cards that were stolen. if you want to read more similar stories, if you just go to Reddit and type in PSA FedEx stolen packages, there are hundreds and hundreds of stories. It's actually, it's just so crazy, the world we live in right now. But thanks for watching. Thanks so much. Till next time.